Hi, this is Dr. AVS Prasad, Engineering Maths faculty for GATE and IES ACE Academy. I am going to solve engineering maths questions from 2021 GATE mechanical branch paper. Look at the question. The question is the value of the integral 4 to 5.2 logarithm of x dx using Simpson's one-third rule with interval size 0.3 is option A 1.83, option B 1.06, option C 1.51, option D 1.60, right. So, the solution is, this is from numerical methods, concept is numerical integration, right. So, comparing the given integral, with integral x naught to xn f of x dx. So, what is x naught here? X naught equal to 4. We know this is the general form of the numerical integral, right. X naught is the starting value, xn is the ending value. So, any or we can say that x naught equal to a and xn equal to b also, right. So, here we can a equal to x naught equal to 4. Similarly, b equal to xn equal to 5.2, right. And given that step size is h equal 0.3, h equal to 0.3. So, number of subintervals is required, that is n equal to, we know that the relation between n and h is b minus a by h only, right. That is 5.2 minus 4 by 0.3, that is 1.2 by 3 only, 1.2 by 0.3 only, equivalent to 4. So, number of subintervals 4 and the length of each subinterval is 0.3, right. So, we need to calculate f of x values at these points. Look at, so x starting value, right. These are the values, right. X starting value 4, next 4 plus 3, 4 plus 6, 4 plus 4 point, that is 4.3, 4.6, 4.9, 5.2, right. So, this is y naught, this is y1, y2, y3, y4, right. So, what is the Simpson rule? Or Simpson's one-third rule, right. Integral a to b f of x dx is equal to h by 3 into first term plus last term plus last term, right, plus 2 times sum of even terms plus 4 times sum of odd ordinates, even ordinates, similarly odd ordinates. This is the formula. So, this is equal to h by 3. What is h here? H is 0.3. So 0.3 by 3 into first term is y0, last term is y4 plus 2 times sum of even ordinates, that is y2 term, plus 4 times sum of odd ordinates. So remaining terms are what? y1 plus y3 only, right. So this is Simpson's 1/3 rule or simply Simpson rule, right. So integral 4 to 5.2 logarithm of x dx equal to h by 3. The formula is what? H by 3. So h is 0.3 by 3. H by, right, 0.3 by 3. First term, last term. That is 1.3863 plus 1.6487 plus 2 times sum of even ordinates, that is y2 only, 1.5261. 1.5261 plus 4 times sum of odd ordinates, that is y1 plus y3, that is 1.5864 plus 1.5892. So 1.4586 plus 1.5892, right. So this is equivalent to 0.1 into, by simplifying, this is 3.035 plus this is 3.0522 plus this is 4 times, okay, by simplifying the value is 12.1912. So finally this is equivalent 0.1 into 18.2784. So this is equivalent to 1.82784. So which is equivalently 1.83. So the final answer is, the value of the integral by using Simpson 1/3 rule is 1.83. So the correct answer is option A is the correct one. Look at the slides. Look at the question. This is from linear algebra, eigenvalues and eigenvectors. The question is, consider an n by n matrix A and a non-zero vector n by 1 vector P. Their product AP equal alpha square P, where alpha belongs to real numbers and alpha is not equal to -1, not equal to 0 and not equal to 1. Based on the given information, the eigenvalue of alpha square is, right. Given that AP equal to alpha square P. This is the given information. Here P is a non-zero vector, alpha is a real number, right. So we know the definition of eigenvalue and eigenvectors. By the definition, it's very clear, that is alpha square is eigenvalue of A, the matrix A, and clearly P is eigenvector of A corresponding to that eigenvalue. Right. So now the question is what? The eigenvalue of A square is what? We know that by the properties of eigenvalue, if, what is the property? If lambda is eigenvalue of the matrix A, then lambda square is eigenvalue of matrix A square. Lambda cube is eigenvalue of A cube, etc. And eigenvector remains same only. So very clear here, look at alpha square is the eigenvalue of A. So this is the property, right? This is the property. By this property, A square eigenvalue is no doubt, therefore alpha power 4 is the eigenvalue of A square. Am I clear? So there, by this property, right, therefore in the given, right, correct one is option D is the correct one, that is alpha power 4 is the eigenvalue of the matrix A square. Look at the question. If the Laplace transform of the function f of t is given by s plus 3 by s plus 1, s plus 2, then f of 0 is option A 0, option B 1, option C 3 by 2, option D 1 by 2. This is from Laplace transforms. Look at the solution, right? Let Laplace transform of f of t equal to capital F of s, right? So what is f of s here? S plus 3 by s plus 1, s plus 2. F of t is required, then t equal f value at t equal 0 is required. Therefore, given what is given, Laplace transform of f of t equal to f of s is s plus 3 by s plus 1 into s plus 2, right? So this can be written as f of t is required for us. So this is equivalent to inverse Laplace transform of this one. So inverse Laplace transform of s plus 3 by s plus 1 into s plus 2 only, right? So this is equivalent to inverse Laplace transform of, we can use the partial fractions to simplify this one. So look at by s plus 1 by s plus 2. So generally we write here like a by b by a and b values are required. Am I right? So for that we have a simple technique, right? S plus 1 is 0 for s equal to minus 1. So put s equal to minus 1 in this function except this part. So minus 1 plus 3, 2 numerator by minus 1 plus 2, 1. Similarly, s plus 2 is 0 for s equal to minus 2. So put minus 2 in this term and in this term, that is minus 2 plus 3, 1. Minus 2 plus 1, minus 1. So this is equivalent to L inverse of 2 by s plus 1 minus 1 by s plus 2 only. Am I clear? Right. So, L inverse of this is equivalent to L inverse of 2 by, look at the previous slide. So, 2 by s plus 1 minus L inverse of 1 by s plus 2 only. Right. So, this is equivalent to, by inverse Laplace transform, is equal to 2 times e power e raised to minus t minus this is e raised to minus 2t, because the standard formula is what? Inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s plus a equal to e raised to minus a times t only. This is the formula, right? So, this is our f of t. Am I clear? So, what is required for us? What is required for us? Look at the question once, right? F of 0 is required. Therefore, f of 0 equal to 2 times e power 0 minus e power 0. So, this is equivalent to 2 minus 1 only. So, answer is finally 1 only. This is the required value. So, correct option is what? Option B is the correct one. The given question is the mean and variance respectively of binomial distribution for n independent trials with the probability of success P R. Right. We know that for binomial distribution, mean equal to NP and variance equal to NPQ, right? So, what is here? What is the relation between P and Q? The relation between P and Q is, we know that P plus Q equal to 1 only. So, Q equal to 1 minus P. Therefore, the variance NPQ means NP. Instead of Q, we can write 1 minus P. Therefore, mean is NP and variance NP into 1 minus P. So, clearly option A is the correct one. This question is from differential equations. Look at, consider the differential equation 1 plus y dy by dx equal to y. The solution of the equation that satisfy the condition y of 1 equal to 1 is option A y square e power y equal e power x, option B 2y e power y equal e power x plus e, option C y into e power y equal e power x, option D 1 plus y into e power y equal to 2 times e power x. Right. So, to solve this one, given D is 1 plus y dy by dx equal to y. So it is a first order DE. First order DE means there are various models: variable, separable, linear, exact, right? So clearly the D is variable separable model. Right. So we can write the D as 1 plus y by y dy equal to dx. So we can write this one as again 1 by y plus 1 into dy equal to dx. So integration. Integral of 1 by y plus 1 into dy equal to integral of dx plus, we know that for a first order DE, one constant is required in the solution. So let me see the arbitrary constant. So by simplifying, means by integrating, integral of 1 by y into dy is log y plus 1 into dy means y only, equal integral of dx means x only, plus arbitrary constant c. And look at the question once. Given that the condition y of 1 equal to 1, so use the condition to find the arbitrary constant c value. That is, given y of 1 equal to 1, use this condition, that is logarithm of put x value 1 here, that is x value 1 then y value 1. So log 1 and this one is 1 only, right? 1 plus c. Right. We know that log 1 value 0 only, plus 1 equal to 1 plus c. That implies c value 0 only. So finally, what is the solution? Logarithm of y plus y equal to x only. So we can write this one as log y equal to x minus y only. So by simplifying this one, e raised to x minus y equal to y only. That implies e raised to x equal to y into, this is e raised to x minus y, that is e power minus y, it becomes e power y only. So this is the final solution of the differential equation, that is y into e raised to y equal to e raised to x only. So look at once the question, right? So in the given options, which is the correct one? So y into ey equal to e power x is the correct one. That is option C is the correct one. Look at the question. Let the superscript t represent the transpose operation. Consider the function f of x equal to of x transpose qx minus r transpose x, where x and r are n by 1 vectors and q is a symmetric matrix of order n by n. The stationary point of f of x is option A q inverse r, option B r by r transpose r, option C r, option D q transpose r. Right. So, here x and r are n by 1 vectors and q is n by 1 n by n matrix. So, instead of n by 1, we consider small size matrices and vector also, that is n equal to 2, right. So, let us let n equal to 2, that is x is a 2 by 1 vector. So, we can take x as x1, x2, right. Next, r is n by 1 vector means, that is r is also 2 by 1 vector. So, let us take r as like r1, r2, right. Next one is what? Our q is n by n symmetry matrix. So, q is a 2 by 2 symmetric matrix. So, let us take q as A, C, C, B. It is a symmetric matrix, that is q transpose is same as q only. So, here x transpose is required. So, x transpose means what here? x1, x2, right. And r transpose equal also, that is r1, r2, right. So, this is the function f of x equal to of into q transpose x transpose qx minus r transpose x, right. So, therefore, f of x equal to of into x transpose q x minus, what is the function? Minus r transpose x, right. So, this is equal to of into x transpose means what? x1, x2, q means what? A, C, C, B, x means what? x1, x2 minus r transpose means what? r1, r2, x means what? x1, x2, right. So, this is equal to of into matrix multiplication. Multiply these two. So, first row into first column, Ax1 plus Cx2. First row into second column, that is Cx1 plus Bx2 into, this is x1, x2 only, minus multiplying these two. First row in first column, that is r1 x1 plus r2 x2 only, right. Now, of into, again multiplying these two, this is 1 by 2, this 2 by 1 matrix. So, multiplying we get 1 by 1 single element. So, what is the element? Ax1 square plus Cx2 x1 plus Cx1 x2 plus Bx2 square minus r1 x1 plus r2 x2 only. right. So, by simplifying this one, look at half into ax1 square, this is 2 times cx1 x2 into 1 by 2, 2 times cx1 x2 into 1 by 2. So, this is equivalent to just cx1 x2 plus half into bx2 square minus r1 x1 minus r2 x2. This is the function f of x, right. F of x means what here? That is, the function is, we can f of x. So, we can write this one as f of x1 comma x2, right. So, what is the required value? Stationary point is required. So, for the stationary point, what? Partial derivative, this is a function of two variables x1, x2. So, we need dou f by dou x1 equal to 0 and dou f by dou x2 equal to 0. So, for a stationary point, dou f by dou x1 is equivalent to 0 and dou f by dou x2 equal to 0, right. Therefore, dou f by dou x1 equal to 0 means, that implies half into 2ax1, look at 1 minute, right. So, this term 0, derivative of this one is 2ax1 and this term is what? With respect to x1 means cx2, sorry, right, cx2, and this term 0, this is r1. Therefore, plus cx2 minus r1 equal to 0, right. Similarly, dou f by dou x2 equal to 0, that implies, look at derivative with respect to x2, this term, derivative of this term 0, this term is what? cx1, this term is what? 2b x2, this term 0, this term is r2. So, therefore, half into 2b x2 plus cx1 minus r2 equal to 0. That implies, this is what? ax1 plus cx2 equal to r1, one equation. From this one, bx2 plus cx1 equal to r2 only. So, we can write these two equations in the matrix form as, that is first, right. We can write again, we can rewrite these two as ax1 plus cx2 equal to r1 and this one is cx1 plus bx2 equal to r2. So, what is the matrix form here? A, C, C, B into x1, x2 is equal to r1, r2 only. Am I clear? So, look at, this is q only, this is x only vector, this is r only, right. So, what is required? X value is required, that implies x equal to q inverse into r only, right. This is the stationary point, this is the stationary point for the function f of x equal to, right, x transpose half into x transpose qx minus r transpose x for that function. This is the stationary point, right. Look at, so this is the simplification, right. So, correct answer is what? Option A, q inverse into r. Look at the question. Find the positive real root of x cube minus x minus 3 equal 0 using Newton-Raphson method. If the starting guess of x naught, right? That is x naught is 2. The numerical value of the root after 2 iterations is, right? Round off to 2 decimal places, right? Means after a decimal point 2 digits are required. So first, given that f of x equal to the function, what is the function? X cube minus x minus 3, and starting value x naught is given as 2, right? We know the Newton-Raphson method iteration formula. What is the Newton-Raphson method? Right. The formula is what? Xn plus 1 equal to Xn minus f of Xn by f dash of Xn. This is the formula. Here n equal 0, 1 to so on, so on. Right. So here the numerical value of the root after 2 iterations, that is first iteration, second iteration, we need to perform. So first f dash of x. What is f dash of x here? X cube derivative is 3x square minus x derivative 1. Right. Now f of x naught value. F of x naught means f of 2 value. What is f of 2 value? That is 2 cube minus 2 minus 3. Look at, means put to x value 2 in this function. 8 minus 5 equal to 3 only. Right. Next, f dash of x naught value, that is f dash of 2 value. What is f dash of 2 value? That is, this is f dash of x. So 3 into 2 square minus 1, that is 12. 12 minus 1 is 11. Right. So this is the generalized formula. 2 iterations. Second iteration value is required. Look at. So first iteration. Iteration 1. What is iteration 1? Right? The general formula is what? Xn plus 1 equal Xn minus f of Xn by f dash of Xn. So first iteration is x1 equal to x naught minus f of x naught by f dash of x naught. That is what? X naught value 2 only, 2 minus f of 2 by f dash of 2 only. That is what? 2 minus, what is f of 2 value? So f of 2 value is obtained here 3, and f dash of 2 value 11 only. Right. So 2 minus 3 by 11. So by simplifying this value is equivalent to, this is equivalent to 1.73. This is the first iteration value. Right. Now iteration 2. Right. So x2 equal to x1 minus f of x1 by f dash of x1. This is the iteration 2 formula. So here x1 means what here? 1.73 minus f of 1.73 by f dash of 1.73. So, this is equivalent to 1.73 minus f of 1.73 means what? This is the function, right? X cube minus x minus 3 only. So, substitute x as 1.73. By simplifying, the value is 0.45. Similarly, f dash of 1.73 is 4.1319. So, this is equivalent to 1.73 minus 0.11. So, finally, this is equal to 1.62 only. This is the second iteration value, right. So, therefore, the value of the root after 2 iterations is what? 1.62 only. Look at the question, the value of the integral 0 to pi by 2 0 to cos theta r sin theta dr t theta is option A pi, option B 1 by 6, option C 0, option D 4 by 3. This is from calculus evaluation of double integrals. So, look at the solution. The given integral can be written as, here observe the limits 0 to cos of theta, 0 to pi by 2. We know that r limits are in terms of theta. So, this integral is with respect to r only. So, r equal to 0 to cos of theta, and automatically this is theta equal to 0 to pi by 2. So, r sin theta dr d theta, right. So, r limits are variables. First we should integrate with respect to r, that is like this. So, here integration with respect to r, integration with respect to r. Keeping theta as constant, right. So, then it is equivalent to integral of theta equal to 0 to pi by 2, sin theta constant only, r integration is r square by 2, between the limits 0 to cos of theta d theta, right. So, this is equal to 1 by 2 constant, integral theta equal to 0 to pi by 2, sin theta same only, this is cos square theta upper limit minus 0 d theta. So, this is equal to 1 by 2 integral theta equal to 0 to pi by 2 sin theta cos square theta d theta only, right. So, to evaluate this integral, this is equal to 1 by 2 integral theta equal to 0 to pi by 2 cos square theta minus sin theta d theta. So, here minus means this can be written as minus 1 by 2, because we have one standard formula. What is the formula? Integral f power n of x into f dash of x dx equal to f power n plus 1 by n plus 1, right. By comparing with this formula, look at here f of x is cos x n value 2, f dash of x means cos theta derivative minus sin theta, right. So, by using the above formula, this integral is equivalent to minus 1 by 2 into cos cube theta by 3 between limits theta equal to 0 to pi by 2 only. So, this is equal to minus 1 by 6. So, cos cube pi by 2 minus cos cube 0 only. So, this is equal to minus 1 by 6 into, we know that cos pi by 2 value 0 only minus cos 0 value 1 only. So, finally what is the answer? 1 by 6 only, right. So, this is the value of the integral. Look at once. Therefore, which option? Option B is the correct one. This is from complex variable. Look at the question. The value of 1 plus I raised to 8, where I is imaginary number, is equivalent to option A 16, option B 16I, option C 4I, option D 4. Right. Let Z equal to the complex number 1 plus I into 1. So, it is like x plus iy. So, x1 y1. So, we know the what is the procedure to find the integer power of a complex number? We express the given complex number into polar form, right. That is, for the polar form, first r is required. R means root over x square plus y square. That is x value 1 only, y value 2 only. So, it is root over 2 only. Next, theta equal to tan inverse of y by x only. That is, here y value 1, x value 1, that is tan inverse of 1 only. Tan inverse of 1 means how much? That is pi by 4 only. So, what is the polar form of the complex number? So, the polar form is, we know that z equal to r into e raised to I theta. This is the polar form of the complex number. So, the given complex number can be expressed as 1 plus I equal to r means root over 2 and e raised to I theta. E raised to I theta is pi by 4. So, we need 1 plus I raised to 8 only. So, it is equal to root over 2 raised to 8 e raised to I pi by 4 whole raised to 8, that is 8 pi by 4. So, it is equal to root 2 power 8 means 2 power 4 only, and e raised to I times 8 pi by 4 means what? E raised to I times 2 pi only. So, this is equal to very clear 16 only, and this is e raised to I theta. We know the e raised to I theta form expansion, that is cos of 2 pi plus I times sin 2 pi only. We know that sin n pi value 0 only, sin n pi equal to 0 only, cos n pi equal to minus 1 whole power n only, right. Therefore, it is equal to 16 into cos 2 pi by the result 1 only plus I times sin 2 pi value 0 only. So, finally, the value is 16 only. right? So for the given question 1 plus I whole raised to 8, the correct answer is what? 16 is the correct answer. So option A is the correct one.